Talking about the forecast, it is
so
just
hot
hot
outside.
outside.
Yeah.
It's the last weekend in July.
Yeah.
We have a little stretch to go before we get, long stretch to go before we start getting the cold fronts.
Yeah.
But at least we're in it. Like, this is it. This is the really hot summer weather.
So let's just hurry up and get through it.
Right. So we're going to get through it eventually. But yeah, this weekend is looking even a little bit hotter and a little more humid than what we had going this week. And of course, this week we were hitting highs above average around 94 and 95. Today we're looking at temperatures right now in the middle 90s, some of you lower 90s now, but actually out towards Shreveport, we're at 100 degrees there in Dallas, and north into Kansas and Missouri in the upper 90s. So here we are along the Gulf Coast, actually looking just a little bit lower than some of those spots farther to the north of us. Tomorrow, though, we have a heat advisory in place. This will go from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. We've been able to get through this week without any of these special advisories or warnings, and that's because our humidity stayed just low enough, not super low, but just low enough to not bring our heat index way into the triple digits, although it did get to about 105. But tomorrow it might get closer to that 110 mark. That's the time where you really want to think about heat stress signs. If you have to be outside, be careful about that. Lots of water and so forth. So yes, heating up this weekend, only expecting a couple of showers or storms around. And next week, I actually have some triple digits in the forecast for 2 days next week. We'll see how close we get, but it does look like next week will be even hotter with some scattered storms possible. Current temperatures, we are in the lower to middle 90s. Again, our high at the airport today was 94. Feels like temperatures range from 90s up to about 105, so still a really hot, humid feel. There are a few small showers here on the line between Washington Parish and St. Tammany Parish. A little bit of some small storms have popped up in coastal Mississippi as well, just outside of our official zone, and then south of Lake Pontchartrain. We really haven't seen very much, but this evening we will be dropping through the 80s. And with that humidity where it is, it might feel actually okay if you're out, especially later, but that humidity will be increasing a little bit as we get into this weekend. That's why we have the additional heat advisories issued. Tonight, north of the lake, about 75 for the low, south of the lake, about 79. Tomorrow, I have us near 96, and again, feeling like up to 110, only a 20% chance for a few storms. Tomorrow is Saints training camp again, and it looks pretty similar to what we've had, starting at 87. By 11 a.m., we may already be at 90 to 92, and the feels like temperature again by the end of the camp in the middle of the day, they're already around 105, so just take it easy, of course, and sunscreen needed too. This is Precision Cast. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., couple of showers, may not even see as much as this model has. And interestingly, this model does want to bring a little bit more rain around by Sunday, so we will see if that does happen or not. So that would be a good thing, a few cooling showers and storms to help us out on Sunday. But in general, this is the big forecast feature building closer and closer to us next week, which is why those temperatures keep going up. We might see a little disturbance here, bring a couple of showers and storms, or at least the chance for that next week. But I did just want to prepare you for this. Now in the forecast, heading into this work week, ahead, of course, outside of the weekend, 100 or so expected for the highs. Now talking about the tropics, there really isn't anything to watch for as far as a lot of development potential except for this one spot. And look at this, it looks like it will indeed take that turn off to the north. The model's at least in good agreement of it getting wrapped around the high pressure here and staying out over the Atlantic waters. So for us, no tropical threats at this point, and it might be a while before we start to see any other development get going in the Atlantic basin, at least according to some long-range models. 7-day forecast, there you go. Hundreds in the forecast, if not 100, 98s to 99s from Sunday and beyond.